Hi and welcome. This is just a short tutorial that I've put together about niching. Now, finding your niche, being in a niche market, finding a niche business, are all words that are being thrown around on social media quite a lot. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to find a niche to be successful in business, and that perhaps not niching and keeping your options open, selling in different markets is just as profitable and probably even better for you in the long run for your business. Now, in all honesty, I have had a business that was certainly in a niche for many, many years. I dried and framed people's wedding bouquets. So, yes, that was definitely a niche market, but it worked and I loved it. And I did it for about 25 years. So it certainly worked for me and the stage that I was in my business as well. So, all well and good if you can find a niche that is perfect for you, great. But if you are just starting out, don't do it, because I think it would narrow your possibilities of making money and having a successful business too much. So my business model now is certainly not niched. I sell lots of different products in lots of different markets on lots of different platforms. And I have found that in this art industry, I am making more money by not niching than I have ever done before. So, over the next 10 units, I'm going to show you what I do and how I do it. They all start with a P, so we'll be looking at products, people, price, and lots of others. So, join with me and we'll work through this. And at the end, if you have any questions, I'm happy to chat. So, you can get me on all the socials, and my website is always there as well. So let's get into it. Okay, the first one is passion. Now, they do say that if you love what you do, the money will flow. Well, it's true in some points. You have to be passionate about what you're doing, and you've got to have a genuine love for it. If you don't, it will be hard, and it might be all fun and easy in the beginning, but a few years in, I can guarantee that you'll be heading into burnout. It just gets harder and harder. If you don't love it, if you're not passionate, then your customers will know. They will see it in you, and you've just got to do what makes you happy, and then that just makes it so much easier. With passion comes authenticity, and yes, your customers will see that. If you genuinely love what you do and you love the product that you're putting out there, then customers will feel that as well. They will also see if you're trying to push something that you're not confident with and you don't love. Well, they will see it, and it comes back to showing your honesty and for them to be trusting in you, so trustworthy as well. um, it all feeds back into the know, like and trust factors that are key elements to um, a profitable and successful business. Your customers have to know you, your customers have to like you, and they have to trust you to know that buying from you is going to be the best experience. So, my first one is passion, and without passion, it's an awfully hard slog in business. So, I want you to start thinking about selling on different platforms. And by platforms, I mean different websites and as many different places that you can start and list your products for sale. I'm thinking your own website, Etsy, marketplace, and all the social medias are just a really good place to start. There's also things like Amazon, Stan Store. There's quite a few around. Lots of different handmade websites as well within your country. So here in Australia, we have Made It, which is pretty big, and I sell on that, and it's really good. So think about different platforms of where you can add your products to. Um, to find these platforms, just Google it, and also follow the people that you follow on social media who you are um, interested in. Look where they're selling their products as well. So by not niching and selling one product on Etsy, sell many products on many different platforms. That way, you have got perhaps a small amount of money coming in from all the different avenues, and that all adds up. I think by um, picking a niche and just selling on Etsy is very narrow. And if you broaden where you can sell, I think, in my honesty, is that the more the places you can sell, the more people are going to see your beautiful products, and the more people that will be interested in buying from you. So think about platforms where you can sell your things. Um, Facebook is a great place to start and build on that. But certainly don't just pick one niche on one platform. So think bigger than that. I know you can do it. Okay, number 4, people. The more people who see your product, the more chance you've got of finding your ideal customer who will come back time and time again to buy from you. So the bigger you can make your audience, the more chance you've got of finding your customer. So by not niching and selling on different platforms, finding lots and lots of people to see your beautiful creations, the more people who see it, the more people that are likely to buy it. So by extending your audience, and that also includes extending your very good audience on your website through your mailing list and things like that. So the more people that you have seeing your things, the better. Pinterest is also really good for that, for finding people and your ideal customers and your people. So it's about a numbers game. So the more people who see it, the more likely you are of going to sell something. Number 5 is price. Offer things at different price points. You might have a customer that might buy a greeting card or a bookmark because they love your work and they love you and they love your authenticity and they trust you enough to buy something. So they might only be in the market for something small like a card or a bookmark or a calendar or anything, maybe it's a tea towel you've had printed or something like that. That's not to say that that person won't come back and buy beautiful, great big artwork from you in the future. So my tip here is to offer things in different price points so that you have customers that will buy something for $5 or $6 that may come back at a later date, and then they may buy something for $50, and then they may come back and buy something for $500. So price things and have things available for people to buy with your artwork on it at different price points. That just makes it easier for people to buy and then return to you, and they're your best customers ever. Okay, number 6 is play. And now, when you're in your studio, I want you to play, experiment, look at different things, and enjoy it. And by playing and enjoying what you do, you won't get bored or burnt out. If you're niche down into one particular avenue and you just pushing that out day in and day out, then that gets boring. If you're playing and experimenting and finding new ideas all the time, you've got to be having fun. That's just the whole thing. If you play and experiment, I'm sure you won't get bored ever. So, number 6 is to remember to play. And number 7 is practice. I want you to start practice selling, because selling itself is an art and it does take practice. And then practice builds your confidence. So if you've got an opportunity to go to an art fair or do a market, it's all selling. You can't just sit there and not talk to people. You have to be confident and know your product and be excited about your product for people to buy from you. And that is an art, and that is something that only comes with practice. So the more you can practice that, gain lots of experience and get better at it, then the more people are going to like you and the more people will trust you, and then they'll be ready to buy. So they've got to like you and they've got to trust you, and that you've got to be able to sell. No matter how much you don't like it, you do have to practice and you have to sell. Selling is an art. Okay, number 8 is process. I want you to enjoy the process. The process of building a business is fun. The process of learning new techniques is fun. And the process of playing with colour and your art, and that's when the magic happens. So I want you to enjoy the process. Don't be boxed into anything or one particular niche. So the more you can practice the processes that go into creating products, the better you'll get at it. And the more that you'll find what you love and what you don't love. Number 9 is partnerships. By building good partnerships keeps you open to opportunities. If you're stuck in a hole of a box producing the same product in the same niche, everything, you become closed off to any new and exciting opportunities that might be right in front of you. Learn how to collaborate and join forces with other like-minded artists and enjoy their company. Everyone has something to learn and bring to the table. So the more you can be open to talking to new people, the more you'll succeed in business. So partnerships are great. Always do your research. Partnership can be as much or as little as you like. It could be an occasional conversation with a like-minded artist, or it could be something completely different where somebody likes your art and they want to put it onto their products, and it builds into all sorts of exciting exposure for both of you. So the opportunity to partnership is very interesting. Always do your research, but partnerships can be great. Okay, number 10 is potential. By choosing a niche and staying in that niche, I think you're stopping so much potential. Through potential becomes opportunities, and they lead to the biggest breakthroughs. Sell different products to different price points and in different avenues, and you'll find that the potential is there to sell more things to more people. A variety of customers will start seeing your art like they had never seen it before. So I want you to remember that through passion, your products have the potential to prosper, and that by not niching is the best way to go, especially if you're new to business. Okay, we've come to the end. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you'd like to know more, you can pop over to my website where you can see all my products that are certainly not niched. There's lots of variety, and they certainly do make me money from bookmarks and greeting cards all the way through to large original art. So there's something for everybody on my website, and that's exactly how I think it is the best way to go forward in business these days, and that finding your niche and staying in that niche is certainly not for everybody. So if you want to know more, pop over to my website. There's another business course there and some free resources under the Business Basics tab. If you want to go onto Facebook, there's a link there to my Facebook group, which is a great group of other artists and creatives, and we're all putting together different ways of art and different ideas. Everybody's chatting, and it's a great little community. If you'd like to follow me on social media, everything you'll find, all my artwork and lots of business tips on @SarahRaywood Artist on all the socials. So I'd love to catch up. There's also business mentoring on my website if you'd like to learn more.